Greetings RC friends, welcome to Props and Wheels and to the 4th day of the 14-day RC helicopter review challenge. Today we have another 3-channel helicopter. This is 2.4 gigahertz controller, so I expect this is going to have better performance out in the open under the sun. I got this from Amazon and it was $22.52. The caveat is this was from Amazon warehouse deals. So it was probably previously shipped or got a damaged box. It was just saying it is brand new, but just the box damage. The shipping was free. The tax, it was $23.93. I think it's a great deal for a 3-channel 2.4 gigahertz helicopter, RC helicopter, if it performs well. Let's open it up and see what is inside. Well, here it is, folks. It is a nice, high quality looking helicopter, and the battery is replaceable, so you can buy more of these and then just fly it as many times as you want. So you are not restricted to one battery that has been integrated inside like some of the other ones. So I'm just going to take the battery off and then start the charging right away because I want to do the review quickly. Okay, something fell off. What this is. Where did it come from? There's a little plastic piece, the little screw, not from this. I'll figure out later, but what else came with this helicopter? The 2.4 gigahertz controller that takes 3 AAA batteries, one full set of main rotor blades, and all in the right color, which is the blue for this one, for this model. And then one small rear rotor blade and a small linkage for the fly bar that keeps the helicopter stabilized, and a very nice looking, high quality glossy paper instruction manual, a thank you note from VATOS, and also another great thank you note. I guess this may be something promotional. I will take a look later. A small Phillips screwdriver and this charger. And the funny thing is the charger does not connect directly to the battery. I'm assuming I have to leave the battery in and then charge it from this port, which is a shame. So you need the helicopter in order to charge the battery, which kind of doesn't make sense. I don't know why they did it that way. So I'm going to push the battery in. I mean, I have other chargers with this similar micro connector, so I can use those, but for now, I'm going to push the battery in, connect it to the helicopter, and then I'm going to start the charging process. This red light on the charger was off when it was charging. Now it's fully charged and the light came on. Just wanted to point out one thing. So as I said, this was a deal from Amazon warehouse. It said there was only damage to the box. Probably it got crushed because everything inside looks brand new. Everything was attached as it was supposed to be. So hopefully there won't be any damage or any defects to the helicopter and the controller. The 3 AAA batteries are in. Let's close this up. And this is altitude hold helicopter, so it has a barometer. But that's the reason this left stick is also spring loaded. It just goes up and down and then stays in the middle. The manual is very well written. I was just looking, there are illustrations, diagrams, the English is good, and then there is other languages like German and I think French and more. So very nicely written manual. It feels high quality. So let's turn on the helicopter first. Next, the transmitter, and then to bind and initialize, the stick is go all the way up, down. This button is one key takeoff and landing. This middle button is calibration, just to calibrate the barometer, for example. Let's press that, and the light on the helicopter blink a couple times and stop, so it calibrates the gyro and the barometer, I'm guessing. And this says autopilot. I don't know what it does because it doesn't say in the instruction manual, so we will try it out during the test flight. It weighs 38.74 grams. I think I figured out what this little piece with a tiny little screw is. So it is supposed to hold this battery in place. So there is a hole. Do you see over here? There's a hole here, and you put this like that and then screw that piece so that the battery doesn't slide out. Let's start the indoor flight review by turning on the helicopter first using that on-off switch. The light is blinking. Let's put it on our helipad. And now it is time to turn on the transmitter. So you go up, down, and it should be bound. The light on the helicopter stopped blinking, and let's calibrate by using this middle button. Couple blinks and the light stopped again, so we can take off. I'm going to use the one key takeoff here. And it is stable. About 5 feet high and stable. Very nice. Let's see what it can do. Coming backwards. Ooh. It gained a little bit of altitude with the coming backwards. Okay, it's doing it again. Let's decrease the altitude slightly, and this is the rotation. Again, on 3-channel helicopters, that right stick is not right-left bank or right-left, so it just turns it, rotates it right and left. Usually on 4-channel helicopters, that right-left rotation is on the left stick. I wish they designed these to give the correct, proper controls with the rotation on the left stick, but I guess this is easier for the beginners to learn, just using one stick with especially the altitude hold. Yeah, it is moving pretty good, pretty quickly, as you can see. And it's proportional. If I want to go slower like that, I just push it a little slightly and it goes much slower. And with this is the full speed. Coming full speed ahead. Very stable, nice. And this is the rear speed. Whoa! Okay. I crashed into my ring light. Let's check if there is any damage. Nope. Pretty sturdy. The light is blinking. Probably requires another calibration, so I'm just going to press that calibrate button again. Still blinking. Okay. Is it going to... Do I have to go up and down? Maybe after crash it resets. Okay, I'm going to turn off the transmitter. Turn it back on. Go up, down. Now I guess it's asking to be turned off completely. So that's what I'm going to do now. Let's turn this off. Turn the transmitter off. Turn the helicopter back on. Turn the transmitter on. Up, down at the throttle. It stopped blinking. This is the calibration again. Now I'm going to do a manual takeoff. Does it work? If I go up, yeah, it is just spinning the rotor, and then no damage. This is also small, I think, for doing any stunts, any fast flying. But yeah, no damage, that's good. Okay. So let's try manual landing first. Let's bring it over our helipad. Okay. It's difficult to control like forward motion. It's like very abrupt. You have to be giving small bursts. And it landed. Let's try the one key takeoff again. And I'm afraid of trying out this autopilot. I'm assuming that it's just going to do some predetermined motion, go around, turn around, and since we are in a small space, I'm going to save that button for outdoor flying. So now I'm just going to use the one key landing to land it. Very nice. So next is I'm going to invite my younger son Kaya and ask him to take a spin with this helicopter and give his opinions. Alright Kaya, take it away. It is your turn to give it a spin. My son Kaya, he has been testing all our helicopters during this 14-day review challenge. He has been getting better in flying RC helicopters. He likes helicopters better than RC airplanes. How does it feel?
It feels easy because it has altitude hold.
Yeah, altitude hold makes it so much easier, right?
It does.
Do you like the looks, the shape?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you bring it a little closer to this light so we get a better view of it in front of the light. Let me get it. I mean, it is so stable. Look, I'm just going around it. Or you rotate it. Why don't you rotate it? Right or left? Just rotate it. Full 360 degrees so people can see it, our viewers. Thank you. That was a catwalk turn. And this is 2.4 gigahertz, not IR controller, so it is very responsive, very precise. Okay, let's land it and see if we can land it right on top of that helipad. Yeah, I know it's a little harder than 4-channel airplanes. I'm sorry, 4-channel helicopters, because you don't have the lateral motion, right-left motion.
Yeah, you don't.
But you're doing good.
Like I'm kind of parallel turn.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, close enough, close enough. Thank you. So what do you think?
It's pretty easy with the altitude hold 3-channel, like always. It's easy to use in my opinion.
Compared to your Ishin E-129, the one with the 4-channel, the orange one, what do you think?
I mean, other than landing, which I don't really care about, both of them were kind of the same with being.
But the other one's much quicker, right?
Yeah, the other one is fast.
Yeah, one thing this doesn't have, folks, is a rate switch. So it's always flying like forward or backward. Although it's proportional, it doesn't have a high rate. So, all right, and do you recommend this to beginners?
I do recommend this to beginners because it has altitude hold.
Which makes it much easier, right?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
All right, thank you for sharing your opinions. Appreciate it. Now we are out in the local part. The wind has died down. The sun is setting. It is a great time to test this out. I already bound everything. It's ready to go. I'm going to just press this button, the one key takeoff button, to take off now. And here it is. So this is how stable it is. It is slightly drifting due to the wind. Let's bring it a little away.
It is fantastic. It's really nice. This is a perfect, in my opinion, beginner helicopter because look how stable it is. I mean, when there's no wind, it's like drifting because we have some wind, but I can take it a little higher. There is still some couple miles per hour wind, but it is overcoming it. This is mostly an indoor helicopter, but I love it because it is so inexpensive, especially if you find it like new condition from Amazon, like I did, for about $25. This has 2.4 gigahertz controller, which is great. It's not infrared, and the battery can be replaced if you need to, right? The only downside of this helicopter is you cannot charge the battery outside of the helicopter unless you have the proper charger. It has a little charger that directly connects to the fuselage of the helicopter and then charges the battery when it is on the helicopter. I wish they did it differently because, you know, it kind of restricts you. But I'm sure you can find a proper charger. I mean, I already have charger with the same connector at home because I use them. You know, they came with other airplanes or helicopters. But if you don't have it, you can probably find on eBay, maybe even on Amazon. So it is really nice as long as there's no wind. So it is kind of fighting, as you can see, although it's just a couple miles per hour. But hey, I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. It is holding its, I mean, I'm just like flying it with one thumb, the right thumb. That's it. Because I don't have to do anything. It just has a very good barometer, very good altitude hold. Look, it has been at that altitude in the last like minute or so while I'm talking. It keeps its altitude very nicely. Let's do one pass in front of the setting sun. And let's try to bring it back. This is the full forward. This is full forward. Let's bring it down a little bit so you can see in both cameras. Here up close and personal. I'm more afraid to bring it towards the other camera, but because the wind is still pushing it a little bit and the control is not that great. With 3-channel airplanes, you know, you cannot go side to side, so you're always rotating it a little bit in order to keep it where you want it to go. Okay. Here it is. I just held the altitude down and it turned off. Really nice. There's the little light that's blinking. It doesn't. I wish it had more lights. That will enable me to fly it at night. With this one little blinking light, I won't be able to tell the orientation of it. That's the only downside. But I really like it for about $25. Getting a helicopter with altitude hold function and calibration on the button. It's a 3-channel. Good quality, feels nice in my hand, the transmitter, and this is great. It's amazing that the hobby came, or the RC flying hobby came to this level and to this low price. And also the plastic, the metal, everything feels high quality. So if you can find it for about $25, buy it. It's really worth it, especially if you would like to learn how to fly helicopters. This is a great starter. It has altitude hold. You don't have to worry about throttle. Something with throttle control instead of altitude, that will be probably your second helicopter. I recommend just concentrating on the right stick. You don't have to worry about the left stick, adjusting the throttle. I still have trouble adjusting the throttle while I'm doing maneuvers. And I wanted to also test out this button on the right hand side that says, I think, demo button. Let's see what it does. I'm just curious. So this time I'm going to do a manual takeoff. Just push the, maybe it doesn't want to do. Okay. Oh, it does actually. Okay, let's push this button. So it says it's doing a demo, but maybe it's showing its capabilities. Yeah, so it is just like doing things, it's turning itself. It's showing, giving you a demo, but of course it's drifting because, let me get a little higher. So it's still doing the demo by itself. I'm not touching it. It's going forward, backward. So I'm going to press that demo button again, and now I have control. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to demonstrate its capabilities. Is it needed? No, but a beginner will like it probably. I mean, you basically take off. Let me land this. And I'm just going to use the one key landing. Hold it, press that. And it is down. So, I mean, it may be interesting for a beginner to, show off the capabilities. Be careful with that indoors because you need probably a larger space so that it doesn't hit the walls. But fantastic little deal from Amazon. I highly recommend it. I really like it already. And day 4 is over now. And tomorrow is a new day and a 5th RC helicopter. Beginner style, small, micro, inexpensive. So stay tuned for that video. Hope to see you tomorrow. Stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.